This is another do-it-yourself percussion cap video, and there are a number of them on the internet, YouTube's, and mine is a little different. I am describing how you can make it with a limited number of tools and supplies, and provide what you need to make percussion caps. And the title is How to Make Percussion Caps Without a Die. And one of the tagline is Dragoon Rick. The things you will need are tools, a 9/16 hole cutter, a starboard, which is something I will describe in a few minutes. Basically, it's a piece of oak that is 1/2 by 1.5 by 6 with a 1/4 inch hole drilled in the middle, and that carved around with a star wedges carved away from the surface. When you form your percussion cap, those provide relief and allow the percussion cap folds to form. And you will need of course a hammer and like this screwdriver that's cut off, that you can form the percussion caps. And you'll need something to charge the percussion cap with. And what I've been using is these toy ring caps, which work really well, and these red paper toy caps. And they work pretty well, not as well as the plastic ones. So you're at the point where you need to make some caps. Well, you've got to have a way to form the caps. That's what the start hole is about. It helps form them. I'm going to form one here. I'll move the starboard up there. You see I've got it centered there. I'm going to use one of these star drivers to form that in the center. Let's see what we get here. It's just a simple way. You have a percussion cap cup. And it works well. So I don't have any charge in it, but this is from the soda can. But if the soda can metal has to be prepared, I'm going to cut one for you. You'll see that I take the hole cutter And I put a piece of heavy hardwood underneath it so that the cutter will cut through to cut the metal. Otherwise, it won't. Actually, I've got it set up here to cut. A minute here. Let me. Take this soda can material and cut a disc with this. I use a 9/16. I've tried a 1/4 inch and ½ inch and was not satisfied with the results. I'll take this. And you have a disc, and that'll become a percussion cap. And shaping it, you have to prepare the disc by heating it. They're covered with plastic and they don't bend very well, and in fact they break. Here's one that has, I'll show you, that has broken when I formed it. You see the gap in there. All of them that I've tried to form without heating them and burning the plastic off break just like that. So I'm going to take the one we just cut and burn the plastic off of it. A little alcohol heater like you'd get underneath a buffet supply house, or to be for camping. Okay, you'll see that. Take a needle nose plier, little disc, and heat it. You see the flame come off of it? That's the plastic melting. I have a couple of those here that need to be heated that way. And you probably can see that it is cooked a bit. Another one like that, and burn the plastic off. Now it becomes really more malleable if you've burned that plastic off. I have one more here. And a piece of copper. And I picked up a roll of copper which is 0.005 thickness. and it has to be heated too to work. Now I think the aluminum is better, the copper is stronger. Put the alcohol lamp away. Now I have these discs ready to form into percussion caps. There's several ways to do that. You can just form the cup. But I've learned pretty much that if you want to make it really work well, a pair of scissors here, side cutter or a pair of scissors, and cut the cap into cap sections. So I'm going to use this to make one percussion cap. Start with the star driver that fits into the toy cap. I put a disc on top of the star, centered. If it's not centered, you will not get a good product. Put your rod with the cap on the end, very centered as well. And here I go. And push it through. And I have a percussion cap. It's not broken, it's in good shape. And usable. I'll make another one of those. Then I'll make a couple with the paper roll caps. And the scissors do better than the wire cutter. Right here, another one. It's pre-prepared already. I pick up the toy cap with the star driver, center it, push it through, and I have another percussion cap. Slightly off center, but you do your best when you can center the driver into it. Okay, I have two of those. I am going to make a couple with these paper roll caps. And I have been using two of the dots per cap. fold them in half so that the percussion spots are on the outside. So I fold that in the center. I take another disc, put it over the star, and center the paper cap right in the middle. Take a star driver. This time we use the big one here. And center it over the toy cap and drive it down. And have percussion cap. This really is not centered the way I need it to be. It's a little high on one edge. And I'm going to trim that down. Back on the star board. And reshape it. So it's ready to use with the paper disc. Here's one more. I fold them double. Have another disc. This time I'm going to try to use the copper disc. And see how I haven't had a lot of good luck with this thickness of copper. My first experiments were with 0.003 thickness copper, and they worked pretty well. Hadn't learned to heat treat the aluminum at that time, and I made a lot of percussion caps with the copper. This also is copper, but I heat treated it as you saw, and I use it's 1.005. Here we go. Alright. Thickness makes it difficult to push through there. But I have it. So there I have a copper primer with a paper roll caps. Alright, I'm going to experiment with these a minute. I have one of my Dragoon pistols here, and I'm going to put the 4 caps I made on there. I'll begin with the paper cap. One. And it pushes on pretty well. And a regular ring cap fits on there well. Another ring cap. Well, it fits on there well. And finally, the last one that has the paper roll caps. All right, let's see if they work. Yes. Yes. Well, the other one came loose. So what that demonstrates for you is that any of these toy caps will effectively fire the pistol. Well, I hope this has been helpful for you, and I wish you the best in making your own caps.